Kevin, what's the feeling in the dressing room after a draw with Braintree?
I think we're bitterly disappointed, frustrated, and all them things that, because we should win the game in terms of the amount of ball we've had, the amount of territory, the amount of balls in the box, but we could probably repeat this interview for the last 3 games. And that's the frustrating thing. And, we started ever so well on the front foot. Maher's had a chance with enough balls going in the box. And then we just got a little bit sloppy and didn't do the basics well enough, in terms of passing the ball in the right areas and being clean and clinical once we got to the final third. And, they're holding on to something and playing ready for the counter-attacks. And in the second half, it's similar to last week, when teams have got bodies behind the ball defending their box, we've got to be better in the final third.
When you talk about the accuracy of the passing, now what do you say to the guys to try and change that to that half time, or when you're on the bench?
No, I don't. There's not much. It's just the quality of that final bit, and making the right choice when you get to the final third. Because I'm sure the stats again will tell us everything about how many balls we've got in the box, but it's getting the right quality of ones, and there's chances in there we've got to take. We've got to take because the game completely changes. And as I say, we've had the same conversation here for the last 3 games, and we've dominated at Sutton, we've dominated home against Solihull, we've dominated today, and we've got 1 goal, and that's from a set piece. So that's the frustrating thing, and that's the one that's got to get better.
Is this something like with Braintree today? Was this partly down to the way it's set up, or is this something that, like you say, you reference those games, is something that needs to change internally?
No, I think, listen, teams that you've got 9,500 in. Braintree still fighting. You can see that they're very good on the counter attack, and they play that, and Steve does that well. But once you have got teams that would do that, you've got to be organised, behind the ball and stay on structure. And when the moments come, you've got to take them. And we haven't been able to do that in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, Braintree have also their fans celebrating afterwards. They had a couple of chances as well. I think, what was it about them that made it difficult?
No, behind the ball, they've got so many men behind the ball. Becomes a thing. They're gonna listen. We're chasing the game because we have to win. There's going to be times where they're on the counter attack. That's part and parcel of it. We've had so much of the ball in the final third, and we've got the right moment to shoot, the right moment to cross properly. Beat the first man. And that's got to be better. There's all these 3 games have summed it up really. We've putting forwards on, putting attacking players on, and so you're waiting for that moment, and then the game opens up.
I mean, there must have been a couple of shots there you thought that's got to go in. A sensational shot from Gus in that second half. It pulled out equally very safe.
Yeah, listen, but that's been the story of these games recently. And that's this season. We've got to score more goals. It's as simple as that. And looking at results, we've still got to go and win games. And can't fault the players in terms of their attitude and effort, because everyone's dead on their feet at the end, because it was wave after wave of attack in the end, and you're just waiting for that moment to go our way. But it didn't do that because the right moment didn't happen in terms of quality.
Yeah. Can I ask you about the reaction at the end? I was surprised at some of the reaction from some of the crowd.
No, I think it's frustration, and because I think they can see a team that's trying to win, and they want to win. And a club like Southend, we've got 9,500. Listen, not that we've got any right to win any game, but we believe we should be winning that. And if there's frustration because of how close we've got to the playoffs, I think that's understandable.
I mean, you're 5 points off, 1 place, 3 games to go. What's the message going to this?
Nothing. Go win. Just go win. You've got to score goals. We've got to win games of football.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How important is Monday now? Quick turnaround and go again.
Yeah, listen, we're in tomorrow ready to prepare, and there'll be a group training, a group recovering, and we've got to go there and get points on the board.
Because they've improved, haven't they, recently? They lost today, but they've done quite well, haven't they, with the pressure off them, really?
Yeah, exactly, and I think they've got a manager in Josh who's desperate to succeed and just start demanding things, and his assistant Kerrs are very good, and they've gone and shook it up a bit if you want, and got a reaction from the players, which is good from their point of view.